Oh.
okay. We did not get the black screen of death like we usually do for Homebody. I wonder why that happens.
Hmm. They
Yeah,
said no
like
death.
I have no idea. It's very odd. Um so like we okay, so it's weird. Uh Homebody starts off with like a black screen normally before it fades into like, the actual like home screen or whatever. Um
Hmm.
but it like when we switch over from the starting soon screen to the in-game screen on what's its OBS or Streamlabs or whatever you call it. I don't know which one it's technically called. Um, it like cuts to black and it makes you think that something's broken. And then you're just like, oh, is the game actually gonna start up? Is it gonna start up? And then get taken to the home screen. You're like, ah, it works. Or you get taken to a black screen again, and you're just like, I can see it loading.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's very hit and miss, I guess.
Mm.
It's quite strange. Anyway, look at this. We're back and we're playing some Zeldies.
Oh yeah. Ready to get crazy.
I'm ATP. That's a Kowai Yume.
That's
Oh
all.
man, bruh, I'm so excited. Like
Hmm.
one to like game with you again, even though like we're not in the same room, and that makes me sad.
Sad, sad.
But we'll figure out a way like you and I can either play a game together or like we can get you to play a game together cuz I can't imagine it's very fun. Well, I mean, I like watching other people play games, but I can't imagine it'd be very fun like the entire time to have just like watch and be like, "Hey, look, it's this thing."
I mean, no, only because when you play a game, it's freaking hilarious. So there is no ending to my amusement. Usually, whenever I'm sitting and watching you play games. So,
I appreciate that. Where the fuck even were we?
in the time temple place in the
Did we
sky.
even get anywhere?
Yeah, we should have. We definitely should have. I think you went back to the time temple for something. I forget what your purpose was though.
Oh, I bet we were looking for, cause isn't there like another like piece of armor or some shit? Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
the archaic. We were looking for one of these other things, but then we just decided to go naked again. Uh,
Or was it for the
is there a
we haven't
helm?
gotten any. No, there's no helm. It's just a robe and a skirt.
A
That's all
skirt.
you get.
The sports. Oh my god, do you remember when skirts were a thing?
Oh my gosh. I remember when they tried to make it a thing again and I was just like, nah.
I was gonna say, didn't they try or like are skirts back in now? Because I remember that was a whole like magazine article, and I'm just like, oh god, please no.
I don't know if they're. I knew at some point I saw that they were in again, but I don't know if they're in now because everything's so quick to change. But
Dude,
I
for
do
real.
see. I saw on TikTok a video about, oh, what in the 20K Y2K bullshit is this? And they pull up, it is jean boots. Like boots made out of jeans. And I'm just like, oh god. It looks awful.
it. I can't even picture what that looks like. Oh my god. Like that
Yeah, just
just.
think like
Ugh.
think a cowboy boot, but it's in like regular like blue jeans, and then not to mention it kind of like folds over itself to make it look like you're wearing jeans on top of a jean boot, and it's very weird.
I don't know that I want to imagine any of that. That just sounds awful. Oh my god, what if I just plummeted and splatted on the piece of land? Look at that, I was so close.
You really were.
Uh, Link, you're dealing with some dangerous times here, bud.
It's very bold and brash of you.
Bold and brash, more like belongs in the trash.
Ah, I
Ah,
love
Link.
SpongeBob quotes.
Oh my
It
god,
feeds a part of my soul.
I. You know that painting of Bold and Brass you gave me for like either Christmas or my birthday? I don't remember which one. I
Mm-hmm.
took it to work and it's covering up some very I want to say it's some obscure phone outlet because I don't need a phone in my office, but it's covering up one of those outlets. And like everybody who's ever come into my office, they're just like, "Oh, Bold and Brass," and I'm just like, "More like belongs in the trash."
Oh, well.
That's that.
That's what Link thought of that.
Yep.
And that bold of brash, I'm in the trash.
I'm in the trash. But like everybody likes that. Everybody likes the magic conch you gave me. The magic conch
Yes.
has made several very big decisions as far as content for for my job.
As it should, because the magic conch knows all.
Exactly. Ugh. I bet
All
you
hail the
didn't
magic
think
conch.
Bold and Brass would be that popular in a government office.
Right. I never would have imagined that. I feel like if I were to have like had anything like bold and brass or uh the magic conch and I refer that to my work, I feel like half the people wouldn't understand it and I'd just be like, you disappoint me.
Really? Like, not
It's
even
the
your
only the younger people.
coworkers? Okay,
Only the
okay.
younger people do. The older people definitely do not understand it, unless they had kids who watched it. So,
That's fair, that's fair. Like,
mm.
Mikey makes a point to tell me, every single time, well, not every time I watch SpongeBob, but most of the time when I watch SpongeBob, he's just like, I remember when I was babysitting you and your sister, and the show first premiered, and I thought, this isn't gonna last. And now my kids watch it. I'm like, oh, SpongeBob lasted a long time, and now I feel old. And he goes, yeah, how do you think I feel, man? I'm like, old.
Probably old too, yeah.
Eh, God, I love SpongeBob. Such a good show. At least the first few seasons of it. Like
Mm-hmm.
back before Patrick got real stupid.
Yeah, like the older stuff was definitely better than some of the newer stuff they've been coming out with lately. I think like what gets kind of I haven't watched any of the newer stuff, but I've seen snippets of it, and I think
Yeah.
it's just the way they animate and kind of like do like this like really like I guess what's like popular now for like some of these cartoons that they do to make it seem edgy is like the really ugly faces.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like they're relying really heavily on that in some aspects, but again, I haven't watched any of the new stuff, so I can't confirm how often they're doing that.
I feel like at least when we stopped watching it, they did it like all the time. Like
Yeah.
back when we used to like back when SpongeBob was good rather, back in the heyday, I remember they only used it like every once in a while, but it was more for like comedic effect. And like
Mhm.
it threw you off so much because they didn't use it like all the time. I remember the Nasty Patty specifically, like they used it to emphasize all kinds of things. But now
Yeah.
it's just like, oh, it's there.
Yeah.
Ha ha
It's
ha.
like too excessive.
Yeah, I think they're running out of ideas. They're
Yeah, I will
running
say
out of ideas.
as do most people run out of ideas.
For real, like when you go for as long as you have. But yeah, you were saying.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say that my dad still loves SpongeBob. he still says his favorite character is Mr. Krabs, and he still loves the scene where like a coin, like a penny, was rolling away, and he's just like, "Hey, where are you going, beautiful?" And he loves that.
Oh
He
my
loves the
god.
penny pitching crabs.
Dude, your dad. uh, he's the best.
Mm-hmm. My dad know what's up.
For real, he does. Like, is this a snowy place? Do I gotta?
uh,
I,
eh, I think once you see the snow, then it's a snowy place.
It's a snowy place.
Look at that snow. Snow.
Uh, what?
I will.
I do kind of miss snow, sort of. At least in December, I miss snow.
Did they not get any snow out there?
No, we had one snowstorm that lasted 2 days. I think we may have accumulated like maybe 4 or 5 inches worth of snow, but then it got immediately like freaking warm, and now we don't have snow no more.
Yeah, that's kind of like what happened here. Like it actually just more so got really, really cold for a longer period of time.
Yeah.
Like, it was really weird because, like, we had plumbing issues at the house and it was only for the drain. Oh, he's like, help! Who goes
Jesus,
there?
that's where the arrows came from. What the?
They just remind me of.
Oh.
Oh well.
Well, that's that.
They will no rest.
Run!
Stupid snow, weighing you down, huh? How
God
rude.
dang. Yeah. I'm just trying to find my way, and these mother.
They're pulling a Monty Python French soldier.
Honestly, they are, though.
Mm-hmm. We are looking for the Holy Grail. Do you know where it is?
Eh. You die
Your mother
first.
smells of elderberries.
You guy.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so like what I was saying with the pipes,
Yeah.
we thought they froze because it was only in the kitchen and it was the draining pipe, and we thought, oh yeah, so it probably just froze. Whatever, we'll wait a whole week for temperatures to rise. Just have them rise, nothing changed. So we finally were like, all right, we gotta call a plumber after we already tried X, Y, and Z to fix whatever was wrong with it, just to have the plumber charge us $250, and they broke our cabinet door on top of that. Yeah.
Bro, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely. No. Did they at least replace the cabinet door?
No, they didn't. They just broke it, and they were just like, okay, so we fixed your clog, but it'll probably come back because we could only get so much out of it. So yeah, $250.
Gross. No. Dude.
Yeah.
Being a homeowner sounds not fun in that respect.
Nope, it is not. Especially because, like, the whole week we just ate out because we're like, well, we can't really do dishes unless we take them to, like, the sink in the bathroom, and that, it's like, no.
Yeah, because then
So,
you run the risk of clogging that one because that sink isn't meant for things like that.
right. Yeah, so we decided that if this happens again, we're just gonna, like, redo the pipes, all of the pipes ourselves, because PVC's cheap as
Honestly, yeah, that sounds like it would be a good time. Well, maybe not a good time, but a time.
It will be a time, more than likely, because any home project we've worked on, it's been not a good time, it's just been a time.
That's fair. My mom got, what did she get done? She got herself a new shed, and then she also got the basement done finally, so now it doesn't smell like mold no more.
Yeah.
So, sure. Um, but anyway, was it, I think when they were leaving or they were like coming back to inspect something? I don't remember exactly what happened, but these guys made a big ass hole in the steps in the bottom
Mm.
of the base, like towards the bottom of the basement. Like it's in the wall by the steps. And
Oh.
like they did a couple other things too, but at one point I remember my mom said like, "Look, you either have to help me pay for this because you ruined my wall, or like I'm not paying you a certain amount of money because you ruined my wall." And I'm hoping, knock on wood, this doesn't come back to bite her in the butt. By me saying this, and I jinx her, they haven't actually asked her to pay for any of the uh, repairs that they did to the basement.
Hmm.
Like $5, because my mom's been getting billed for a lot of things. You know, first of the year that happens. Um,
Yeah.
but I don't remember any of this in like my game that I played.
Oh, no? You don't remember any of
No,
this?
no, none at all. I don't remember these raps. But at the same
Uh,
time, I also did things backwards. If you can believe that. Uh,
yes. Yes, I can. I can very well see that.
but yeah, so mom's been getting billed for a bunch of things, and she's just like, it would just be my luck that I would get billed for this thing that I don't have the money to pay for right now. I'm like, well, make sure you just tell them that you haven't received anything about fixing your wall that they broke.
Mm-hmm. That
So
makes
yeah,
sense.
next time be assertive and be like, you broke my cupboard door, you bitch.
I, here's the thing, like I probably would have if
Yeah.
I was there when the plumber, because I'm not gonna lie, I was asleep when the plumber showed up.
Oh no, that's
It
fine.
was
Yeah, that's fair.
yeah, and granted, like with the sound of them putting the snake down the pipes and because it was like a motorized snake, so it was like super loud. So I definitely heard that, but me and my narcoleptic ass was like, we'll sleep through it. And if I
We've
was
slept
actually
through
awake,
worse.
right, definitely. But I feel like if I was awake, I probably would have been like pulled like Mothman to the side and been like, listen, they broke the cabinet door. They should at least give us a discount if they're just gonna sit there and break our shit and try and charge us $250 for the shit. And then
For real.
also tell us that, oh, you need to redo all your pipes because these aren't up to code. You, they're not up
Oh
to code.
no,
You're full of
yeah.
shit.
For real. These guys. So was
Yeah.
Mothman there at least?
Mothman, yeah, he was there. He actually, because they originally the plumber was supposed to show up the day before, and then we're waiting around for them just to find out like, oh, well, they couldn't make it, so they were gonna come around the same time the next day, which they said would be like around 2, 3 o'clock. And then little did we know, like, Mothman gets a call on his phone at like 8 in the morning from the plumber saying like, "Hey, like we can come over right now if that works for you guys." I mean, we're like, "Sure, that's fine, whatever." So they came over early in the morning to fix the clog and everything. But still, though, I mean, I I'll give it like Mothman's just like he's a nice person,
He
like, and so
is.
he's just like he's like, I understand how things work, you know. I'm kind of the bitch when it comes to dealing with people like that because I'm like, I will straight up just tell, like, if things are not going the way they said they're gonna go, I usually then start acting like a Karen and be like, listen, you said this is how this is gonna go. This is how it's gonna go then. So don't you come around and tell me something different.
No, see, like, you gotta have good cop, bad cop when dealing with that kind of shit. Especially,
Yeah.
like, I mean, you know how it goes. As a woman, you're more easily to get taken advantage of in that kind of situation.
Yeah.
Whereas,
Versus.
like, Mothman, like, I feel, and granted, I say this because, like, I can't think of a better way to phrase it right now. Like, Mothman, I feel, would get more respect. Like, if he started talking about a lot of these things, whereas, like, you or I, if we do that, and, like, we're still very knowledgeable, like, as knowledgeable as Mothman, because, like, I'll be honest, I don't know shit. But, like, because, like, you and Mothman talk about these kinds of things, and, like, just your guys' background on certain things, um, you guys are both very knowledgeable about these things. Whereas, like,
Hmm.
you could be as knowledgeable as the next guy, and they still won't res- put respect on your name.
Yep.
Sexism is a thing, and it's the pits.
Yeah.
Oh, there are
I
stairs here.
I hate to say that it does exist only because of the sense that I was informed. I won't name specific names, but I
See?
was informed that there are some people in particular that have still are like, oh, if a woman is not doing is if a woman's doing a man's job, they will not accept that woman to do the job.
Oh, that's
They'll
fucked
go to somebody else even if they're not as experienced.
up. Yeah. I hate to say that I've heard stories like that too, but it's
Yeah.
unfortunate that it still exists. Gotta
If we're
love
in
2024.
right, I was gonna say we're in 2024 with people like you would think we get past all this shit, but apparently not.
Right? Oh well. Well, sometimes that just the way.
Bruce.
Ain't that just the way?
That's why I promote going off grid. Isolate yourself from the rest of the world. Do your own thing.
Yeah!
Get away from all the
Which?
systemic sexism and racism that exists in the world by just go and live in the woods and be your feral self.
True facts. True facts, though. We could so do it.
Mhm.
Which, every single time, so I don't think we've actually ever come up with a name for Marissa yet. Uh, but with how much we talk about her, I don't think it matters. So, like, every now and again, like, Marissa will bring up, like, going off the grid and, like, buying an island or some shit, and I'm like, dude, yeah, I've been talking about this for years. And, like,
Mhm.
Kawai and I have been, like, all about this shit. Why? Because we feel like we'd be able to sustain ourselves, especially with the crew we've gathered over the years. We could definitely sustain ourselves.
Yes. Oh,
And we just
just
gotta
stop.
find an island that we can all afford. And I feel like, because, we're all kind of, I wouldn't say we're well off, but we're at least all, like, financially stable to some degree.
Yeah.
Emphasis on some degree.
I
We
mean,
could
if we move
probably
off
pull.
grid, we could be.
Exactly. We could pull our money together and we could live off grid. Like, buy a nice plot of land, like, get some starters to, like, make fruits and vegetables, plant some trees and shit. We all have skills that can contribute. And if we don't have the skills right away, we can learn or die.
Yeah. Or die. One or the other.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully the arrow points towards live. But
Magic Conch will tell us. It'll give us the way.
Magic Conch! All hail the Magic Conch!
All hail the Magic Conch.
Oh
But,
no! Oh no!
oh
I
shit.
f***ed up!
Well, you went in the spicy water.
I did.
I guess it's not spicy, icy.
Spicy.
But
See?
sometimes it's just so cold, it is spicy.
That's true. Look at a mint.
So spice.
Is
But
that how you
so
would describe a mint? Would be spicy? Where even am I? Oh wait,
at the
I know
bottom.
where. Yeah, I'm like, cause I remember trying to go around that waterfall, but I couldn't. So that's what led me to my frozen death. Because you can't see it, but like every time I go to jump off something, I instinctively press X again, thinking like my parasail's gonna come out. It
Oh.
won't because I don't have it yet. The paraglider.
Yeah.
Nope, not yet. I don't have that yet, but I have that in my other game, and I happened to be playing my other game last night, and it's gonna throw me off something awful. Which, so I thought that one guy had played like Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. Turns out he hasn't, or like he hasn't played more than a few hours of it. And I was trying to describe to him where I was in Breath of the Wild, and I'm just like, oh, if Kawhi and I can't play, I'll just like play Zelda anyway, it because like I've been on a huge Zelda kick lately. And he's just like, oh, did you finally beat Breath of the Wild? And I'm like, absolutely not. And I was trying to describe to him where I was in Breath of the Wild, and I ended up. So I'm. Where do I need to go here? Okay, we'll figure that out. We'll wander around a bit. But yeah, so I have to go defeat Ganondorf finally. So I'm making my way to Hyrule Castle, but it's like that twisty, swirly bit of rock, kind of like we're on right now. And I have to find my way to Hyrule Castle. At one point, there's a Lionel, but not just any kind of Lionel, a white Lionel, like those zebra-looking Lionels.
Yeah.
The real bad ones. And so I'm describing it to that one guy, and I'm just like, yeah, so my game, I died, and I ended up auto-saving, like, so like, you know, I died and respawned at the Lionel. So I'm like, okay, I'll go back to where I auto-saved, and start from there. It's at the Lionel still. It auto-saved at the Lionel twice.
Oh shit.
So I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna take this guy down. And so that one guy was like, I have two questions for you. First, why don't you just leave? Like, you can teleport places. I'm like, yeah, but it took me so long to get there, I'm not gonna know how to get back. And then he goes, second, what's a Lionel? And I'm like, you haven't seen a Lionel? I thought you saw a Lionel. And he's like, no, I've never once, like, gotten that far in the game. And I'm like, oh, that's bad. Like, I should definitely let you, like, borrow the game and, like, play it some more. And then I'm like, well, there was this one time Kawhi and I were playing, and we got trapped by Lionel. Like, it also autosaved right where the Lionel was. Like, do you remember that? There was like this arch.
Yes.
And we got stuck right outside the arch as soon as the Lionel like saw us.
Okay, go. Book it. Book it. Out of there.
Go.
Get out.
Go.
Get out of there.
Go.
Okay. New plan. We're gonna find another way around.
Oh. God. That was not pleasant. None of this was pleasant. There's this dick nozzle.
Dash right into him. Oh, well, you could have, but no.
Ah!
Oh, shoot. No! Get out of there! Oh.
Well, okay.
Yours is like, you okay, buddy? Yes, spin me out. Oh. Add all of those to the death counter.
God dang it.
Isn't this great? So much anxiety in just one episode.
God dang it.
Best to take your anxiety pills. Alright. Oh.
What?
That's a great place to be rebirthed, so. And he's just staring right at you, like, oh, who's gonna make the first move?
Oh God.
That was such a horrible moment, but also hilarious at the same time when it happened.
I hated every bit about it. But I remember screaming a lot.
Yeah, there was a lot of screaming. I remember that very well.
That was bad. I think that was also the day Zero yelled at us for being too loud. Because that was in the old office.
Mm.
Bad
It's like, what do you expect? There was a Lionel. It came out of nowhere.
Yeah. I think at one point Zero came and like started watching us play because he's just like, I can't get shit done with you guys going on like this. We're like, you know
And
what?
nope.
That's for the best.
Yeah.
And that was the first time Zero came in with us and had a heyday. Speaking of that, I finally edited the one where Mothman first makes his appearance, so I'm glad I'm glad I got that done considering we're talking about him again. But like that was such a goofy stream. And I remember Mothman at one point like didn't know where we are, so we had to also describe to him what we were doing. Go on.
No, he hasn't played any of the games yet. I've been trying to push him to, but yeah, he's like, I have no clue.
Oh no. So, what one have you been trying to start him on?
Breath of the Wild first. Because I want him to play that one first before he plays Tears of the Kingdom, or else he's like, I don't understand the story, you know?
No, that's fair. I wasn't sure if you were going to start him on a different Zelda game or not, or just have him go on in with these.
Yeah, I want him to appreciate the storyline.
That's fair. That's fair. Like, honestly, I really do. I'm so excited. Like, now that you all graduated, we can finally get through some Zelda.
Yes, I finally have more time on my hands.
Yeah, which means maybe you can like. Was it Wind Waker or was it Twilight Princess that you've never played? It got weirdly dark.
I played a little bit of Twilight Princess. I never finished it though, and I never played Wind Waker.
Okay, because those two were the games I really wanted you to play. Like, I'm so excited now that we can go through the entire like Zelda series. Because I started in on the Mario series for some of my solo stuff, and every time I play, I'm just like, oh, I want to play Zelda with Kowai. That would be so much fun. But you had to go and be smart.
I know, I chose education. What's wrong with me?
Smarticles! Oh no, I hit use instead of hold. God, I'm stupid.
Whoops.
Oh well.
Did you know
this is proof that college does not help.
Not for anything useful.
No, that's fair. Oh, Mr. Guy. Okay, cool.
I'm alive.
Oh. But yeah, we gotta find a way that we can stream stuff from your end too. Because, oh my god. I'm going to send, oh no. I was gonna say I'm gonna send you Wind Waker to play, but I don't know. Well, Wind Waker was mine. It's Chrysalis' favorite game, but Wind Waker was my game. Because, like, oh shit. I remember getting it, I think, for a birthday. I think. But, like, that one was Chrysalis' favorite Zelda game. And I can see why, because Link is a whole sassy cat crud cake.
Yeah, I've seen the playthroughs of Wind Waker, and yeah, he's a spicy little meatball.
Oh, for real. This one is a lot. Oh, I remember what. Time to drown. Oh, crash landing. I remember. Because this is when I learned I could teleport to the shrines. We just wasted a whole ass. Okay.
it it was
I
probably
just
not the most
died.
productive way to use our time.
No. But I guess if we haven't. This is pretty on brand.
Hello. If you want more content like the one you were just watching, click over in this area. If you want more plasma coin shenanigans, definitely give us a follow and click over in here somewhere. Have a good night, guys. We'll see you soon. Bye.